Hello, good morning, everybody, and welcome. I am Jen Lafine. I am the founder of Goal Getter Solutions, and I'm so happy that you are with me this morning to start our day off learning about what we need to say no to in order to help our business grow. And for those of you who are watching this at a later time and are not live, welcome as well. I'm so glad that you took the time to be here with me today. So today I'm going to be talking about saying no to help your business grow. And the reason that I'm going to be talking about this is because there is an awful lot of people out in LinkedIn land and in the business world who are nervous about saying no. They are afraid they're going to miss an opportunity. And what I want to teach you today is that saying no can actually be one of the best things that you can do for your business. However, your brain does not want you to say no, and we're going to be talking about that today. So if you have found that you are stuck in the land of yes, even if you don't want to be, stick with me for the next 15 or 20 minutes. We're going to talk about this, and we're going to hopefully get you a little bit unstuck this morning. So now I was taught, as I was raised, to say yes to everything. I was taught it was rude to say no. I was raised to be a people-pleasing, high-achieving firstborn daughter, and I was taught that I always needed to be kind, I needed to be helpful, and I needed to put other people's feelings and priorities ahead of my own. That was a really big problem, but I didn't realize it until fairly recently, because this need or this upbringing, these limiting beliefs that were given to me around saying yes, led to a lot of things. It led to confusion over what my priorities were exactly, because if I was taught that everybody else's priorities are more important, I kind of felt bad when I was working on my own work and my own goals. I also spent an awful lot of time pleasing others, even though on the inside I was so frustrated and was just not happy with where I was going. Now, don't get me wrong, I love helping other people and I love helping other people meet their goals. But it is equally as important that I know when to say no as to when to say yes. Because saying yes led to a loss of focus. It led to a lot of wasted time and a lot of wasted energy. And if you can relate to me and this story, I know that we are not alone, right? So why is it important that we learn to say no in order to grow our business? And if you haven't heard of this principle called the Pareto's Principle, it says that 80% of our results come from 20% of our efforts. Let me repeat that. 80% of our results come from 20% of our efforts. Now, this means, it's actually really good news, because this means that we can work smarter and not harder and continue to grow our business. We can let go of some of the busy things that are taking our time and our energy and our focus. And we can instead put that time, energy, and focus on the productive things that lead to our business growth. So I'm going to give you just a minute because I would like you to think and put yourself into this situation. What are your beliefs around saying no to new opportunities, to new ideas, when someone asks you to do something? What are your beliefs around saying no? Just take a minute and I want you to think and bring some of those thoughts up into your consciousness. All right, do you have a few? Fantastic. So keep those in the back of your mind as I'm talking through the rest of this presentation for you, because it will really, really help you. Now, if you follow me, you know that I talk a lot about the concept of the comfort cave. And the comfort cave is also known maybe as your comfort zone, but I like to refer to it as a comfort cave because we have a part of our brain that is really, really ancient, that was the primary driving force in the thinking area for our prehistoric ancestors. Now, the primal brain is still active in our modern day brain, but it still thinks we live back in caveman times. So that part of our brain, the primal brain, wants to keep us safe, alive, and lazy. Those are the three goals that it has. And to do this, it wants you to stay in your comfort cave. It's created this nice, cushy, lovey-dovey place for you to hang out that you are going to stay safe, alive, and lazy. However, when you are in your comfort cave, you also are not growing. Nothing ever changes in the comfort cave. So why is saying yes to the things that you've been saying yes to the things that you don't really want to be doing, why is that keeping you in your comfort cave? Well, for a couple reasons. One, yes becomes our default. Sometimes we say yes without even thinking about it, without thinking through the implications, without thinking about what it's actually going to mean, how much time it will take, how much energy, what it's going to be pulling us away from. Saying yes also keeps you in your comfort cave because it keeps you from your true desires. If you are so busy saying yes to every little thing that comes your way, you're staying so busy that you don't have time to actually focus on those big goals, those things that you really, really want. Also, continuing to say yes keeps you stuck in people pleasing because you say yes a lot of times, or at least I know I do. Say yes because I don't want to disappoint someone else, or because I've never been taught how to say no. Now, our brain craves familiarity in the comfort cave, and saying yes and people pleasing is familiar to us. It is that familiarity that our primal brain craves, even though it is incredibly frustrating and feels bad to us. So, how do you know when it is the right time to say no? When I sat down and figured these things out, I'm going to give you 6 ways to know when it is the right time to say no. And when I figured these things out and was able to use them kind of as a checklist against whatever I was being presented with, and I had to give an answer, either yes or no, it was really, really helpful. So here are the 6 ways to know when it is the right time to say no. All right, number 1, when saying yes eats your energy. And I'm not necessarily talking about your energy like I have a lot of energy to do a lot of work. I'm talking about the kind of energy that is your vibrational level. If something feels heavy, if you are saying yes to something and it feels heavy to you because you're kind of dreading it and you don't want to do it, that is actually repelling away other opportunities that were meant for you. So tune in to how those yeses feel in your body. And if it feels really heavy and kind of like a dread, it should be a no for you. Number 2, you should say no when saying yes does not align with your big goals. So think about what are the things that you're trying to do right now. And if saying yes is going to detract from them, then you should say no. And I'm going to give you an example. I am writing my book right now, and I am getting a lot of requests for meetings and podcast guesting. And I am saying no because it's not that I don't want to do those things, but it's because my focus right now has to be on my book. So again, number 1, saying yes eats your energy and it feels heavy. Number 2, it doesn't align to your big goals. Number 3 is when saying yes would keep you busy, but not productive. Now, what's the difference? Busy are those backward facing activities that we do that make us think that we're being productive, but really it's just taking up our time. Productive, on the other hand, are those needle mover activities. So when you are saying yes to something and it's just going to be something that takes your time and makes you feel busy, but it's not moving the needle, it is okay for it to be a no. Number 4, your intuition tells you that this opportunity is just not the right one for you. One of the things that I like to do is just kind of get real quiet and go inside and just ask myself, is this the right opportunity for me right now? And when my gut delivers that answer to me, I listen and I follow it. The next one is if you are working on your big goal and you're not getting the results you want, there's a really good chance that you're saying yes to the things that are not mattering towards your big goal. This kind of goes back to the one that we talked before, but sometimes we have to actually start getting results or not getting results before we know that we need to change our attention and our focus and start saying no to more things. And finally, you feel stuck. If you are working on a goal and you just feel stuck and you're spinning in confusion, chances are really good you need to look at the things that you're saying yes to, because I'm willing to bet you are not saying yes to those productive things that are going to move you forward. You are saying yes to things that will take your time. You're saying yes out of kindness. You're saying yes out of fear and scarcity because you're afraid that you don't want to miss an opportunity. If this is the case and you are feeling stuck, go ahead and say no and see what happens. So let's review 6 ways to know when it's the right time to say no instead of yes. Number 1, saying yes eats your energy. It feels really heavy. Number 2, saying yes doesn't align to your big goals. Number 3, saying yes, it would keep you busy, but not productive. And number 4, your intuition inside that inner voice tells you something's off or this isn't the right opportunity for you right now. Number 5, your results are just not coming fast enough for you. And number 6, you're feeling stuck in your goal work. So, what are the very good benefits of getting choosier with how you spend your time and your energy? In other words, what you say no to so you can say yes to what matters. What are the good benefits of saying no? Well, number 1, it sets boundaries. It sets boundaries for you by creating clear guidelines for your choices and your behavior. And this is really, really great for you because you become crystal clear on what exactly it is that you will say yes to and what exactly it is that you will say no to. And here's an added side benefit that a lot of people don't realize. When you set clear boundaries for how you use your time, this models for others how to do the same thing. Now, your primal brain is going to say, well, you don't want to make other people mad by saying no to them. But in these kinds of situations, look at it instead as in you setting boundaries, you are showing other people that it is okay to set boundaries too. Saying no is also great for you because it increases your confidence. When you get good at saying no and not feeling guilty or shame over doing that, you are telling yourself, hey, I have my own back. I have set the priority and I know that this is what matters most to me right now. Okay. When you say no, your focus on your own goals is also going to skyrocket, which is another very cool side effect and benefit of saying no. You're going to make more progress towards what you really want. You're actually going to start to find more time in your day. Listen to that, because I know we are all time stressed. We are all teetering with the occasional burnout. When you learn how to say no to things that aren't for you and your business growth and say yes to the things that are, you are going to make more progress towards what you really want. And finally, another side effect and great benefit of saying no is that relationship you're going to have with others is going to be based on truths and not on obligations. A lot of times we say yes to other people when they ask us to do something because we are afraid that we're going to upset them. However, you will enter that relationship and possibly have some resentment towards that other person just because you couldn't say no. So when you learn how to say no to others in a way that is polite and considerate and marking your honoring your boundaries, you are going to have more authentic relationships with others. And I think that they would appreciate that you do that. And again, you're modeling for them how to do that. So earlier I asked you to think about what some of your limiting beliefs were around saying no. Now I want you to start thinking about, what do you need to start saying no to? This is a great question to ask in your journal. This for me, like, journaling is a fantastic way to figure out what my subconscious is telling me. And a lot of times when I'm journaling, I'm discovering things that I never even realized were there. So ask yourself in your journal or on a piece of paper, or just open a new document on your computer, what do I need to start saying no to? Set a timer for 3 minutes and just create a list. Create a list. Now, once you get that list, the next step is going to be implementing it and making a plan. And if this is something that you want support with, I wanted to share with you that on Thursday, May 23rd, I am holding a free workshop called the Summer SOAR Workshop. And in that workshop, we're going to dive in deeper to what you need to start saying no to, so that you can say yes to your business growth over the summer. And you can say yes to more time for fun in the sun, time with your family, time for vacations, time for a nap, whatever it is that will make you happy. Okay. But we can't keep doing that over the summer if we are saying yes to every single opportunity that comes along with us. So if that is something that interests you, I would love to have you join me. In the chat, I have put oops, I thought I put the link. Apparently I didn't. Let me run it across the screen. There it is. It is jenlafine.com/summer-soar. And I'll put it into the comments here in just a minute when we finish. I would love to have you join me. It is completely free, no obligation. I just want to take what I've been talking about today and help you create a plan so that you can enjoy more of your summer and continue to grow your business. So thank you for joining me today, everyone. I really, truly appreciate it. If you have questions, leave them for me in the comments, and I'd be happy to get back to you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody. Bye-bye.